Hello again, everyone. Marcus here. I review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing the song I Wanna Be Your Dog by the Stooges. This is part of my ongoing series where I am reviewing songs from Rolling Stone's list of the 500 greatest albums of all time. Let's zoom in here a little bit. So this is album number 488, and it is the Stooges, self-titled album, the Stooges from 1969. About the album, Rolling Stone says, fueled by a little marijuana and a lot of alienation, Michigan's Stooges give the lie to hippie idealism, playing with a savagery that unsettled even the most blasé clubgoers. Ex-Velvet Underground member John Cale produced a primitive debut wherein, amid John Ashton's wah-wah blurts, Iggy Stooge, nay James Osterberg, snarled seminal punk classics such as I Wanna Be Your Dog, which is the one we're doing today, No Fun, and 1969. Bedrock examples of the weaponized boredom that would become a de rigueur punk posture. A lot of French in this one, I feel like. So anyway, I don't think I've heard too much from the Stooges, like, ever. So, but I know that they get a lot of praise as being obviously like punk and rock legends. And so looking forward to this one. Before we jump into it, a little bit more from Wikipedia. It says The Stooges is the debut studio album by American rock band The Stooges, released on August 5th, 1969 by Elektra Records. Considered a landmark proto-punk release, the album peaked at number 106 on the U.S. Billboard Top 200 Albums chart. The tracks I Wanna Be Your Dog, which is what we're doing today, and 1969 were released as singles. 1969 was featured on Rolling Stone's list of the 100 greatest guitar songs at number 35. So not only is this album recognized, but a few of the songs here are recognized as being pretty important as well. So with all that said, I say we jump right into the song. Again, this is I Wanna Be Your Dog, The Stooges. Let's go. little too short for me. I wish it was a little bit longer, honestly. But man, that was really, really enjoyable. Short, sweet, kind of to the point, simple. I feel like repetitive in all the best ways. Really was able to kind of chew into that, dig into that riff, the guitar riff throughout. The drumming was nice. Piano, bells. I mean, there were actually a good amount of layers here to make the song a little bit more interesting. So yeah, I dug this one a whole lot. And I'm excited to talk about it. So let's jump straight into the lyrics like we always do. But first, a little bit of information about the song itself. It says, released in June 1969, this track from the Stooges' debut album is one of the major reasons they earned the nickname Godfathers of Punk. The distortion-heavy guitar evokes the sound of hard psychedelic rock bands like Blue Cheer and Vanilla Fudge. But the stripped-down, pounding pulse of the song set an early example for punk in the 1970s. The repetitive three-chord riff and one-note piano pulse that run through the entire song were emulated heavily by punk rockers in New York, London, and the Stooges' hometown of Detroit. The lyrics, while simple, cover a wide variety of topics like drug use, S&M, general disillusionment, angst, and ennui. These topics were explored most notably in the 60s by the Velvet Underground. And founding member of the Velvet's John Cale produced and played piano on the song. I've had people requesting the Velvet Underground before, and just have not really gotten to them yet. I know that they're on the list here in the future because someone mentioned that they were, and so we will definitely get to them at some point, but I do know that they are a very influential band that I just have not really touched on yet. By combining the subject matter of the Velvet Underground with the hard edge of late psychedelia, the Stooges created an important link between the New York art rock of the 60s and punk of the 70s. The Stooges' mixture of anger, apathy, and disillusionment on display in this track laid the groundwork for the blue-collar punk ethos that became particularly important in London punk. Man, there's a lot of information here. I think I'm going to just go ahead and skip ahead. Essentially, they were huge for, as they said, setting the groundwork for the punk rock movement. Why they're known as, I guess, was the Godfathers of Punk or Grandfathers of Punk, something like that. But yeah, essentially it sounds like they laid the groundwork. And I think in that about section, whoever wrote that up definitely said a lot of the same things I did about the song, that the repetition was really good in the guitar. It was repetitive in all the right ways. It wasn't over repetitive or anything like that. So anyway, let's take a look at the lyrics. So messed up, I want you here. In my room, I want you here. Now we're going to be face to face, and I'll lay right down in my favorite place. And now I want to be your dog. Now I want to be your dog. Now I want to be your dog. Well, come on. Now I'm ready to close my eyes, and now I'm ready to close my mind, and now I'm ready to feel your hand and lose my heart on the burning sands. Not too sure what all this is about. I'm going to click here. Phrase typically used to describe a harsh initiation or hazing ritual. Okay. And now I want to be your dog, and now I want to be your dog. Okay, yeah. The lyrics were definitely very short. I was like, there isn't going to be too much here for me to read, but I'm wondering what the song is about. So messed up, I want you here. In my room, I want you here. Now we're going to be face to face, and I'll lay right down in my favorite place. I wonder if it's sort of being like addicted to someone, sort of being reliant on someone to the point where you are almost like a dog, right? Where it's like you'll do anything for them. You're loyal. You're like... But also you're sort of this less than human, I guess, if that makes any sense. But it's just like, man, I just want you here in my room. I want to lay with you. I want to be around you. It's sort of like I can't like live or exist without you. I essentially want to be your dog. I want you to have like ownership over me. Now I'm ready to close my eyes, and now I'm ready to close my mind. And to the point where I want you to see and think for me. That's kind of how I'm reading this, but I'm not 100% sure. And again, and lose my heart in the burning sands. Whoever commented here said this is a phrase typically meaning like a harsh initiation or hazing ritual. So again, maybe it's just like, I want you to be in full control. I essentially want to be a dog. I want to follow commands, follow orders, that kind of thing. Be completely subservient. So yeah, not too sure on this one, but lyrically it's at least kind of interesting. I'll give it a thumb up. As far as instrumentation goes, really enjoyed a lot of the different pieces here. Again, you get some like bells, you get some piano, and those really added a nice layer to the song. But I think overall the guitar work, drumming, bass, all that kind of came together to make just a really fun song. It was fast paced, it was energetic, it was just kind of like you could kind of jam out to it. So it looks like it got cut off here, but guitar was Ron Asheton. bass was Dave Alexander, vocals Iggy Pop. I'm familiar somewhat with Iggy Pop. But yeah, I think vocally it had that harshness to it that was really enjoyable. Definitely doesn't sound what I typically think of as punk rock, but again, they were really laying the foundation for that, right? So punk rock would eventually evolve from this, and so really dug this one. Instrumentally, vocally, had a great time. 2 big thumbs up. As far as replay value goes, it's short, it's sweet. It hits a lot of great notes, guitar-wise, vocally, all the different instruments and elements of it. I like this one a whole lot. It's for sure gonna make the playlist, but I'm interested to see more from them because I feel like there's another level they can take it to. So whereas this was a pretty good introduction to them, I feel like I really want to hear more of their style. So getting on the playlist for now, but kind of holding out for a stronger song to really like go crazy on. So thumb up for now for replay value. Really enjoyed this one, and hope you guys are enjoying the series. Man, it's great to just sit down again. I keep saying this every video after video that I'm doing in this series. It's just great to listen to an artist that I've never really sat down and listened to before. So this has been really exciting. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Of course, if you enjoyed the music, go support the artists. Go listen to their music wherever you can. And if you want to support the channel, you can do all the normal stuff you do on YouTube, like, subscribe, and comment. I am still taking requests, of course, and so leave those in the comments. And then you can also check the description to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, or TikTok. Alright guys, that's going to be it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Probably going to do some more Stooges in the next one. So for now, I'll see you guys later.